for a little bit. And y'all will be surprised at how quick this is actually going to be. Straight up, let's jump right into it. A couple of little things I want to kind of comment on. Okay, yeah, I gotta remember that with the gas. Comment on is a couple of things that was going on in the Discord. Understand something. Women are welcome in my Discord. It's definitely not going to be something where it's going to turn into something where the shit becomes catered to females. That's not what's going to happen. Because at the end of the day, I'll just flush everything. Or do for strategic flushes. So I'm not worried about that, because I can always do that. But one of the things I wanted to comment on was this idea of this kind of having a dialogue versus, this 21 questions type of stuff. And here's the thing. Most dudes are when men are talking to women, at least, dudes are not really out here really capping like that. Not in these conversations. Dudes are really saying, here it is, here's what's going on. They put all the cards on the table. And then we have a discussion about what the cards are. Where a lot of the friction comes in the case of what I observed in the chat, was it's a one-way conversation. And I'm going to just keep it all the way 100. I don't care about I really don't. I may give lip service to it sometimes, but personally, I don't give a fuck about the social awkwardness of females. Women got a vagina. Women are technically are supposed to be the most natural social group. I give no fucks about your socially awkwardness. I don't. Just like how when I was socially awkward, I did, or when I was younger, I don't expect that to be something where somebody has to like talk down to or have to reach down to pick me up. I just don't. I'm 35. I know most of y'all are north of 25 in this motherfucker, and a few 19-year-olds or younger folks, 19 or under 21-year-olds that's coming to this space, have demonstrated they at least know how to fucking talk. Now, what they say, we can talk about that. We can have a conversation about that. But this thing about, like, people are just this is social media. Like, I don't need nobody coming in around my shit. Like, it's almost like a white bitch that's been, I'm going to say it just like this, so you understand how serious I am about it. It's like a white bitch that's been raped by a whole bunch of white men. And then they come around black men, and then they got these little shakes, and they got these, like, you know how it is when you're a fucking animal that's just used to abuse, and then you come around, and then you just got all this shakes and bullshit, and then as a man, we gotta be worried. The complete context is missed as far as what that would look like with a white woman around black men just walking around like they're just shivering in fear. Like, because it's all about, that's a way of redirecting shit to make it about them. And so, like, oh, well, I don't want to do this or do that. I come in and shit, I say what I say, I be respectful, but I still put the information down as I see it when I go around women, and people either get an attitude or no. You have seen women get mad at me. You seen that, and I don't come into this shit disrespectful. I come in saying, this is what the facts are, this is what it is, and this is how I see it. I'm assertive, and that's it. But I don't sit there, and I'm not disrespecting nobody. Now, people, and even when people start wilding out a little bit, I'll give them a little bit of latitude on that. A little bit. But it's when they start consistently showing, okay, this is just going to be a pattern you just going to do because you think you can do that because you don't know. It was the same thing with Nurse Stern and that light-skinned bitch. She just could not shut the fuck up because she clearly, and I didn't even know who she was. She didn't even know who I was. But because she don't know how to talk to dudes unless a dude is kissing her ass, she couldn't calm that Northeastern bullshit down. The same thing with Dana. As soon as Dana gets upset, she want to talk. She want to try to rank. Because she won't pull that shit on the Judge Joe Brown, but she think, she could talk down to everybody else because she thinks she's somebody because of whatever age or whatever the shit she got. And then when people start poking that shit back at her, she don't like that shit. And it's shit like that. And folks be thinking, well, it's because it's my perspective. Just because it's your perspective don't mean you right. It really don't. It isn't, so my point is, a lot of these females, and that's one way it comes in, but the other way it comes in is the way I just said, is that, look, I'm in fear bullshit. You kind of saw that with Bernard Riley's show when that chick went on there. And that's what happened in my Discord a little bit. I'm sitting there, people are answering questions, and then, once as they're asking questions, because I told you, just because I'm not in there, I don't type, don't mean I don't watch what goes on. And sometimes I'll be in there in spurts. And I'm probably, because see, for some reason, it doesn't work well on the app on my computer. So I'm either I'm gonna have to start going into it through the website, or I'm gonna have to start going into it through my iPad, because it works great on my iPad. So I got a Bluetooth keyboard. So like I said, I promise y'all I'll be in there more. I'm gonna just start having my iPad for that. And then y'all see me there a lot more. But so that's coming. But as questions started to get answered, it's either the question wasn't answered that was asked. And these are like softball questions. These are really opinion questions, not no gotcha questions, not no questions that's about to set you up to be dunked on or some shit. It's not. But those questions won't be answered. What we want to do is keep on asking us questions. And I'm like, yo, this is not a survey group. I don't go in female spaces and I'm sitting there just hitting them with questions. And then the questions I hit them are not basic questions. Well, how many bodies does it take to be a hoe? To be a hoe? Oh, well, doesn't this work? Isn't that the same with guys? I'm like, yo, I'm 35 fucking years old. And I know, and yo, and even if I'm dealing with a female that's 25, 24, that's a 16, 15-year-old question. Like, straight up. Well, doesn't it work the same with guys? No, it doesn't. And you know it doesn't. You know it doesn't because women don't assess men the way men assess women. You know that men, the more sexual partners a man has, the more sexually pre-qualified he is. The more sexually qualified he is, the assumption, the instinctual assumption amongst women, the more virile he is. The more virile he is, the more sexually attractive he is. We see that reflected out as how all these the man sharing that goes on in our community. Not only our community, it goes on in other communities too. We're just more sloppier about it because there's not the same amount of shame. This is known shit. And so it's not just a question being, so it's kind of like, okay, I ask myself, how does this sound if this is verbally said? Like, if somebody was on here asking me these questions, like in real time on camera or online, like, on a panel, it would sound stupid. The person saying it would sound very socially immature or socially inept. And this is why women don't tend to ask these questions like this, and they like to ask them in text in copy format because it just doesn't sound as stupid. So dudes are like, come on now, and dudes are sitting there trying to be nice, trying to be respectful, and I appreciate y'all for doing that because that's the expectation I've set on my channel. And I don't expect y'all to start wilding out in the damn Discord. So kudos to you all. You all are actually engaging in good faith, like I expect you all to do, and then I'm not seeing that being reciprocated. And then as soon as somebody say anything, just point it out. And we know how Smurgo can be. We know how y'all can be. Y'all pointed it out in the slightest. Oh no, I'm going to walk away. And I'll go in my little corner. I'm like, that's fake. That's fake. That's fucking fake. Stop being fake. Like, straight up. Like, it's fake. I deal with black women, light skin, dark skin, around me all the fucking time. We all do. Let's stop acting like we don't know how y'all operate, or the little like y'all. I don't know why y'all out here thinking like y'all. It's like y'all are stealing shit, and everybody's watching you steal it. The people in that's watching the cameras watch you steal it. The people in the cash register watch you steal it. It's like you stealing like a big item, like a fucking big screen TV. Everybody sees you steal it. Everybody. And it's like, you think nobody's seeing you because you think you have this invisible cloak. And I'm not talking about one person, I'm just talking in general. And it's like, everybody, we know how y'all get down. Yes, there's goofy ass niggas, then there's goofy niggas that they want sexual access or they want attention from a female, so they go along with it. But most of these niggas are not that stupid. They just go along with it, which creates the perception that they're goofy. But my thing is, it's about good faith and reciprocation and an actual conversation. This is what social skills are. Meaning, if you ask questions, people will answer them, but you need to answer questions too. And here's the thing, all the conversations are there. So I can look at somebody's particular username and see all the questions, all the mentions, all the stuff they're asking, all the responses they're giving. So I can tell, like, I can look at it. Hence, I can look at it. So this thing, it's like almost walking in here being a victim. It's almost like motherfuckers are a virgin and they've never seen a male before. So they have this like fear. I don't know. I'm like, yo. No, it ain't that big of a deal. And if you get flamed, you just get flamed. I get flamed. Like, if you go over there with them bitches, and these women know this. If you don't say everything they want to hear, you ain't kissing their ass, they getting real stupid. You know how many times some of these bitches have told me, oh, you just need to die. Some of these women, they talk as if they were raised by the Blair Witch. This is how fucking triggered they are. And I've seen other women get attacked by women like this. So I get it. But don't act like if you around dudes, the dudes are just automatically ready to flame like that. That is not how it is in this space. That is some shit that people like to buy into because they want to be seen. It's like, come on. If we're going to have a conversation, have a conversation. Let's stop having a conversation like y'all don't know, like y'all are socially like inept. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. That's all I'm really going to say. I just wanted to point to that. And then people that hear this be like, oh my God, what you're saying is so harsh. You're so mean. I'm like, man, I'm from Chicago. I was born in Compton. If y'all going to be weak, if y'all going to be that fucking weak to the point where you can't even be in an awkward situation, then maybe some of y'all don't even need to be online. Maybe y'all don't need to be online because y'all can't take the heat. I mean, that's an option too. Because I don't be coming to like straight up. Like straight like that. If y'all gonna be like that, like every time somebody say something, y'all are acting like somebody is literally physically whooping your ass. And I'm like, don't do that. Because that's annoying. Exactly. And I'm like, y'all see when I interact with females on my shit, the only one that really pisses me off is Miss J. And that's because Miss J is disingenuous as hell. But other than that, the conversations have been great. So I don't know why motherfuckers are out here. That's that, like, stop it. Anyway, y'all, I'm out. Like I told you, this was going to be quick. This is Edward signing off. Peace.